Hello people, this is Eric Cobra.
And
And
Guinea.
Ronan and Givenea. Yeah. And Ronan Araja.
And Warlord 1.
And this is Let's Play Lone Wolf Blind. Last time the reaction to these videos were surprising, to say the least. First of all, we received more than one comment. We actually received at least 2 comments per video.
Interesting.
That surprised me. And the reactions were pretty much, I did not see this coming. Followed by people actually liking it. Apparently we're quite entertaining. And, well, I say let's watch, the people watched this, but it's more like people listened to this. So they are treating it like a podcast.
That's good.
Yep. And apparently you 3 are to be commended for the path you took in the first book, going through it with a minimum of danger, and avoiding some of the tough sections of that book. So good job on that.
Thanks.
So yeah, but I can see why that would be the case. I looked through the book. There are a lot of things you actually managed to not step into. The only real danger you were ever in were that fight with the Gurgas.
The Gurgas. Oh, that giant
Lizard thingy with the axe, yeah. And, well, then there was that one-hit kill thing, but yeah, those are present in these types of games. But yeah, reactions have been positive, and the only thing that has really been brought up is a question of whether or not the combat system is tilted in the favor of the player. I think it is, but only because the player has to fight against many more opponents than the enemy has to. What with you having to survive through an entire book. But in any case, we start with the story so far. Bless you.
Oh, sorry.
Or should I go with Prosit since we're Danes?
Well, that's actually Latin. So,
Ah, so the Danish word is Latin.
yep.
Because I'm sorry, our language is just fucked up. I'm sorry to say, but it just is. Our word for marriage and poison is the same. Someone messed up somewhere. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not kidding. The word for marriage, or rather for being marriage, and the word for poison is exactly the same and spelled the exact same way. Though funny enough, it's also spelled like the English word gift and pronounced the exact same way.
Yeah, but that's not worse than other words, actually. We have a bunch of words that is spelled and said exactly the same way.
No wonder people have a hard time learning it. Anyway, this is going completely off track. A discussion of Danish language. Yeah.
You act as if it is unusual.
It really isn't, not with us. But anyway, the book is called Fire on the Water. And was
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh god. The enemy has Greek fire.
Someone's car is leaking.
The story so far.
Naval battle now.
Well, it's a possibility. And according to the title, there's fire on some water somewhere. But we have the story so far. In the northern land of Sommerlund, it has been the custom for many centuries to send the children of the warrior lords to the monastery of Kai. There, they are taught the skills and disciplines of the noble fathers. Bit of a déjà vu here. In olden times, during the age of the Black Moon, the Dark Lords, somebody actually brought it up, it would be really surprising if we could have a group of villains at some point that were like the Sunshine Lords of Puppies or something. No one would see their attack on the entire world coming. No one would expect it.
Well, I guess that's because the evil people in this knows that they're evil, so they choose names that symbolize that. I don't think we had any evil people in our world who knew they were evil.
True. Wage war on Sommerlund. The conflict was a long and bitter trial of strength that ended in victory for the Sommerlending at the great battle of... Hey, can I ask you something about pronunciation?
Yeah, yes.
A lot of the words that pop up are like words with 2 A's, and I'm unsure in English, should I pronounce that like a drawn out A, like a, in this case of this word, Markengorge, or as an O, as in Mokengorge.
That would be Ma in English.
Okay, because I kind of been flip-flopping.
But you can also just say the names in Danish. That would be
Well-
different.
Okay, well, then we go with an A as an O to make things different. Oh, the names were inspired by Nordic, so why the hell not? Morgengorge. King Ulnar and the allies of Doranor broke the Dark Lord's armies at the pass of Moitura and forced them back into the bottomless abyss of Morgengorge. Vashna, mightiest of the Dark Lords, was slain upon the sword of King Ulnar, called Sommersverd, the Sword of the Sun. Since that age, the Dark Lords have vowed vengeance upon Sommerlund and the House of Ulnar. I'm sorry, weren't we told this in the last book?
Yeah, we were. But apparently it feels the need to, make us remember what we learned.
Apparently. Anyway, you are Lone Wolf. Something different now. A young Kai initiate who was learning the secret skills of the Kai Lords. 2 days ago, your peaceful country was plunged into war with a vast Dark Lord army. When a vast Dark Lord army suddenly invaded Sommerlund and completely destroyed the Kai monastery. All the Kai Lords were in attendance for the Feast of Fehmarn, and all were killed as the monastery was surrounded and destroyed, the walls collapsing in on the assembled company. You, the only Kai Lord to survive the massacre, vowed then to avenge their deaths. You knew your first task had to be warn the king, for without the Kai Lords to lead armies, your country, Sommerlund, would be unable to mobilize in time to drive the Dark Lords back. Your journey to the capital was perilous indeed. Yeah, fairly perilous, that's true. The enemy had overrun much of the country and were marching upon Holmgard, the capital itself. But despite the many dangers, you fought your way through to the capital and delivered your warning to the king's court. There you were greatly praised for your skill and bravery, but told your mission was not complete. With the Kai Lords dead, there remained only one power in all of Magnamund that could save your people from the Dark Lords. The Sommersverd. After the defeat... Yeah?
Holmgård. We are saying this in Danish now.
Oh, sorry. Holmgard.
Holmgård.
Okay, Holmgård.
Yeah, we agreed to say it in Danish to
but it's with an A. Or is it done like that in Danish too?
Sorry, I remembered with 2 A's. But yeah, it would have been Gore had it been written in Danish.
Yeah. Epic discussions about spelling and pronunciation. Join us on an epic adventure as we talk about whether or not to pronounce it with an A or an O. Epic fantasy for everyone!
Okay, stop. Keep reading.
Okay.
Keep reading, Mr. Narrator.
After the defeat of Vashna, the Sommersverd had been bestowed upon the allies of Doranor as a mark of trust and allegiance that exists between the two kingdoms. In return, King Arlen of Doranor gave Sommerlund a magnificent golden ring bearing the royal arms of Doranor. This ring is known as the Seal of Hammerdale. Sure, why not? At the time, King Arlen vowed that if ever the shadow of the West should rise again to threaten Sommerlund, Doranor would come to the aid of her ally. The king has given you the Seal of Hammerdale. Your quest is to travel to Doranor to fetch the Sommersverd back. But meanwhile, the enemy have broken through the outer defenses to the capital and are preparing to besiege the city wall. As Captain Dival of the King's Guard lead you to the Royal Armory to equip you for your mission, the King's word keeps coming back to you. 40 days, Lone Wolf. We had the strength to stand against them for only 40 days. Don't know how he calculated that, but he did.
Well, I am just hoping it does not turn out like, the Army of the Dead from Lord of the Rings that actually had made a promise but then decided, oh god, this is too scary, and then went into hiding.
Yep. Any case, rules for getting endurance and combat discipline, carry over whatever you had from the first book. Will do. Disciplines. You get 1 more discipline from your experiences. So that means you can either choose between camouflage, and do please tell if I need to refresh you on what they did. Tracking, weapon skill, mind blast, animal kinship.
Well, with the amount of time we spend sitting in a bush, I would advise to take camouflage.
Yeah, that
Okay,
could actually be.
that might be for the
Mhm.
best. That might be for the best.
Okay, you now not only master the art of hiding yourself, and actually this kind of fits what with you having hidden so much in the last book, that you actually learn how to do it properly. But yeah, you not only master the art of hiding in the wilds, you can also somewhat assimilate yourself into the background of a civilized setting. So yeah, you may add camouflage to your list of skills.
Hold on. I've just been writing. Camouflage can hide in the wilds and in cities.
Okay.
Good.
Now, as for what the king can equip you with, Captain Divan leads you to the Royal Armory where your green tunic and kite cloak are taken from you to be repaired and cleaned. So, clean clothes. Basically the same clothes, but repaired and cleaned, so that's nice. Also, you're getting paid. Give an ear, roll the die.
2.
You are paid 12 gold crowns. Add them to your pouch.
Let me see. 12 plus 28 is
That's 40.
40. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'm not very good with math.
It's okay, we can help.
And by the way, yeah, I am very happy for getting our very precious kite cloak and all that kind of stuff back, but do we not get any kind of armor?
Oh, you do! You can pick 2 items from the following list. You can either choose between a sword, which you already have, so allow me to just say it's kind of useless. A short sword, 2 meals, that's 1 item, a package of 2 meals. A chainmail waistcoat,
Huh.
a mace, a healing potion, a quarterstaff, a spear.
What?
A quarterstaff, that's like a long staff for fighting. You know, like monks would use or something. And none of the weapons have any advantage unless you have weapon skill. So, since you already have 2 weapons, do I really need to mention the weapons?
No. So healing potion, 2 meals, or
Chainmail, or yeah, it's shield, healing potion, chainmail, or meals.
Well,
So, how many meals do we have? We had several at the end of the last adventure.
Yeah, and you can keep those, by the way.
Yeah.
Ron, how many do we have?
we have 5 meals, and excuse me a moment. Sorry, a little
That's
cough.
a lot. I would suggest either a chainmail or a healing potion.
I would say the chainmail, but then again, a shield might just. No, I say the chainmail because it gives protection, but you do not need to worry about it getting in the way in case that you need to do something.
I'll agree with the chainmail. Let's worry about not getting hurt in the first place rather than what we will do if we get hurt.
Right.
That's a good point.
Okay, so the first item you choose is the chainmail waistcoat. This one's carried on your body, so it's not a backpack item, and it increases your max endurance by 4.
Hold on. Chainmail waistcoat.
Yep.
And I'm just going to write.
Oh, and since we're skipping to the next book, I'll assume you're fully healed up, so you can full life if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm just going to say 4 plus here because of the waistcoat. And yeah, let me see. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Right,
Okay,
and
fine,
since you
fine.
ruled out the meals, that leaves the healing potion and the shield.
So we can either pick a healing potion or the shield.
Yeah, if you want to know more about the items, just ask.
Okay, shield. Tell something.
Well, it increases your combat skill by 2 when you can use it in combat.
You can hit people with it.
Well, it's probably more because combat skill is also about evading danger, depending on your role. So it gives you more of an option to defend yourself, and thus you need to worry less about parrying, I'd guess. And the healing potion gives you, it has 1 dose and allows you to restore 4 endurance points when used.
Okay, so it is basically 4 health points.
Well, then I gotta go for the shield.
Yeah.
Well, we
let's
have
improve our combat abilities. I mean, we're already pretty good, but we could get better.
You're kind of average, actually, on that front. 15 is kind of the average for starting out. It's
So
not good, but not bad.
So our equipment would basically be, yeah, we have our Kai outfit, we have our chainmail, and we have our two-handed warhammer, and we have our sword, and then we have our shield.
Yeah, the shield increases your combat skill by 2. And apropos the warhammer, it was brought up in the comments that it's probably not so much a sledgehammer as one of those with a smaller head designed to penetrate and tear open armor.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
so it was the smaller one I showed you at the end.
Yeah, he showed us some pictures of warhammers afterwards, and yeah, it would probably with warhammer mean the small one indeed.
So think a Thor's hammer, not a metal sledgehammer.
Yep.
Okay, but I have a question about the shield.
Yep.
Is it a wooden shield with a steel frame, or is it a solid metal shield?
There's a small picture here that I can't separate from the page, but it looks like wood reinforced with iron.
Okay, that's good, because instead of hardened steel, because if people hit us with a heavy weapon with it, I think we would be sort of stunned. But if it is wood, then we might risk that they get their swords or weapons stuck in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And just before you ask, no, it doesn't go in your backpack. You carry it on your shoulder when you're not using it in combat. So it doesn't take up space in your backpack.
Okay, let me just make some arrangements here, and then we should be good to go.
Oh, and by the way, your level has increased from Kai Initiate to Kai Aspirant.
Ah, neat.
Okay.
We are aspiring to someday become a full Kai.
Yep.
With divine power.
It shouldn't be that hard. We're the only one left.
You're already the best there is!
That was sort of dark.
I'm the best it is at what I do. Because I'm the only one left.
Yep. By the same token, you're also kind of the worst.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
Anyway, we have some Kai wisdom here before you set out. Your mission will be one of great danger, for the Dark Lords and their servants are a cruel and fierce enemy who gives and expect no mercy. Use the map, which I will send you now.